Hi YouTube, it's Elise at White Picket Vintage, and I'm back with another thrift store haul. I'm really excited about this one. Yesterday at Texas Thrift, they were doing a 50% off everything in the store, and I had some things I needed to drop off for donations. My plan was to go drop off the donations, just go in, browse a little bit, and pick up a few odds and ends. Well, it didn't quite work out, so I ended up spending about $40, but I got a lot of stuff, and I spent about 2 hours in the stores, so I was pretty discerning, at least I tried to be, and I got some pretty amazing things. So let's start with the things on the table here in front of you. Oh, doing a little bit different format here. The sideways was causing a few problems because I was forgetting to get things into the frame. And when I look back at my videos, I realized that a lot of the stuff wasn't even, you couldn't even see it. So we're trying this head-on thing. I hope it works. Okay, so one of the things I picked up was this really cool mid-century style ashtray. And I don't pick up a lot. Well, actually I picked up 2 ashtrays today. I don't usually pick them up, but this one just barely looks like an ashtray. And I thought mainly it looks more like a trinket dish or something. And I just thought it would look fantastic on a tabletop or a dresser top or something like that. And it's just got great style to it. I paid $198 for that. So that was a pretty good deal. And I'm going to put this in my Etsy shop, and I think I'm going to sell this for about $24, including shipping. So a little bit of profit in that, not a lot, but I'm just really pleased to be able to put this in my shop because I think it looks great. Okay, next on the list, this isn't very exciting, but I got it for me, replacing my coffee cups a little at a time and trying to have a collection that kind of goes together but isn't all the same. So I'm sticking with kind of blues and greens, and this will fit right in. It's really cute because it's got it looks like it's handmade, although it's not. It is made by Rosher, and before I decided to keep it, I looked it up, and they only sell online for maybe $8 to $10. So I'm just going to keep it. It's going to look great in my cabinet. And I paid $90. Well, okay, it was half off, so this was $1.98. I paid $1 for it. This was $98, so I paid 50 cents for it. Okay. Next on the list are these 4 little, I don't know if they're peaches or apples. I think they were supposed to be apples, but then I couldn't find anything like it, and they don't quite look like apples either, so I'm not sure, but either way, and I keep going up and back. I apologize for that. Either way, I thought they were really cute. I looked at them, and they are in excellent condition. There's no chips on any of them. When I go to the thrift stores, there's a couple of them that tape things like this together, and I guess they do that to keep things, keep sets together. But it also causes a problem because you can't view all of the plates and make sure that they're in good condition. I've come home with way too many scratched plates and chipped plates, and I want to make sure that that's not happening. Even though it's only a few dollars, I don't want to waste my money. So I pulled them apart in the store and looked at them, and they look really good. But when I came home so that I could do the video, I ended up pulling the sticker off when I pulled the tape off. But these were listed at $6.98. So a little higher than I usually go, so it was a good thing it was 50% off. That meant it was $3.50 for this set. There are no markings of any kind. I couldn't find any information online about these. I have no idea who the manufacturer is, how old they are, nothing. So I think I'm going to put them in my Etsy shop and hope that they fit well enough within the vintage arena that I don't get into any trouble over it. Since I can't prove that they're vintage, I really don't know. But I think I'm going to list them for about $35, including shipping. I'm trying to include shipping on everything just so that it's right across the top. I know how much things are selling for. Okay, next on the list is this beautiful stained glass lampshade. This appears to be from a somewhat modern lamp in a kind of a Tiffany style, but definitely not Tiffany. And they didn't have a price on it, So at the last minute, she said, okay, $1.98, which means I paid $1 for it. This, I don't think I'm going to put it on a lamp. What I think I'm going to do with it, because it's got this nice flat bottom, is I'm going to put this on some sort of either a lamp base or some type of turned wood, so that it's up as a bowl, because it's just a perfect shape for a beautiful bowl. I'll put something down in here to cover that. But that's just really nice. It would look great as a bowl on a tabletop or a counter or something like that. So for $1, there we go. And then I can't really say what I'm going to sell it for until it's actually is what it's finally going to be. So this is going to go in my project pile, which is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. Next, oh boy, this is exciting. I was thrilled to find this, and it's in perfect condition. Again, this is an item that has no markings other than Japan and oven proof, but no manufacturer. Another item I could not find any information online. I found one like it on Etsy that had already sold. It did not have any information on it either. So I know nothing about this casserole dish. I don't know the age. I don't know the manufacturer. I know nothing. I know that it probably is at least 70s, because it doesn't include the information on the bottom that it's dishwasher safe, microwave safe, stuff like that. Other than that, I really don't know. And then of course the styling is very 70s, but it's in very good condition. It's got a little bit of this, the marks, and I haven't been able to get that off, but it's just from silverware or from being inside another pot when it was stored. But that's it. There's no cracks or chips or fading to the color of any kind. And you know what? I keep flipping things around on the camera, and I'm really sorry about that. I noticed that when I watch my videos back. So I'm going to try to stop doing that. If it annoys me, it probably annoys you. But anyway, great condition. I will put this in my Etsy shop. I'm going to try to get this stuff on there right away, because I am so excited to find this and to have this in my shop. This will probably be about $35 with shipping. Okay, and I'm running out of room. Okay, here we go. All right, and then this is, they're backwards for the camera. They are, you know, they sit on the mantle at Christmas time, and you hang stockings on them. This isn't something I normally buy, but these are Pottery Barn. They're in perfect condition. They're a great silver plate, patinaed item, and I'm going to hang on to them until closer to Christmas, probably put them on eBay for maybe $50 with shipping, something like that. They're really nice. I almost put them back. I was very indecisive about these. They were $3 a piece, so with the discount, I paid roughly $4.50 for them. So I thought for $4.50, I'll take a chance on them. Okay. I have no choice but to sell them, because I don't have a mantle to put them on. So that's actually good. That's less stuff for me to change my mind about and keep, because I really have to start finding homes for things. Okay. I got these two little pieces, and at first glance they don't really look like much. Honestly, I think I passed by them a couple of times before I even noticed them. But when I picked this one up, what I noticed about it, that it was extremely light and thin. So I knew right away that this was a quality item. You can see this shell pattern inside it, molded inside it. And then turned it over. I had to peel off the sticker, because they put the stickers over the identification information. They do that at this thrift store. It's really annoying, but this is Belique, made in Ireland, and it is bone china. Now, I had recently seen a video by another YouTuber, Real Nifty Vintage, Jeffrey, who had explained how to tell if something is bone china versus just a ceramic or regular china or porcelain. And what he said that you do is you hold it up to the light, and I don't have a light behind me where I can show you this, but you hold it up to the light, and if you can see your fingers through it, then you know that it's bone china. It's gonna be translucent. I mean, it's not like it's gonna be crystal clear, obviously, but I held it up to the light in the store. Sure enough, bone china, which I thought that it was. So that was my first piece of bone china to pick up. And then before I left, I found a ashtray in a similar pattern. This is not the shell style. This is what they're calling a Celtic knot or lattice. And it's the same manufacturer, and it's also bone china. This was $1.98, this was $1, so I paid $1.50 for both of them. They don't sell for a whole lot, especially little pieces like this. I'll probably put them in the Etsy shop together for about $20 to $25 shipped. But I thought they were just beautiful little pieces and decided to take them home for my first bone china die. And also, they're also in perfect condition. I checked them very, very carefully. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the last bit of the china and dishware that I got. And then I'm going to get onto the stuff behind me because I picked up some linens and some other items. Okay, these plates were actually my big score yesterday. And it's actually not something I would normally get. I'm really more attracted to the two-color transferware or transferware that's more in the Johnson Brothers style. It's kind of got a country flair to it. But I picked them up to take a look at them, and because they looked like a nice, they looked like a very fine item, and turned it over. You can see the markings on it. It's this Royal Crown Derby. So I did a quick search on eBay before I left the shop, and I was kind of shocked by how much these sell for. The dinner plates are not as readily available out there, and they sell for quite a bit. When I got home and I did further research, I found that these are selling online anywhere from about $30 to as much as $100 or more, depending on the age of it and, of course, the quality of it. So these were, this is another, $6.98. These were $6.98 for the three, which means I paid $3.50 for them. So for a $3.50 investment, I am going to list these on eBay. I'm not going to put them on Etsy, I don't think, because I believe that if someone is looking for a replacement for a set, they're probably more likely to do a search on eBay and try to find it than they would be on Etsy. I am probably going to list them at around $120, including shipping, which is probably a pretty good deal for someone. Since I'm seeing there was a set on there, they sold a set of 6 for $450. Now, those could have been an older mark. Could it be something about them I'm not aware of? With that being said, I'm not an expert in this pattern, so I'm just going to go with a nice, modest price, make some money. If somebody buys them and resells them at a higher, good for them. They're making money based on their knowledge, so that's great. Okay, so now we're going to move on to some of the other things that I bought. And let me make a little bit more room here. These big hauls are fun, but they do take up a lot of room. And I'm very anxious to get these cleaned up and listed. I tried to leave all the tags on and show them to you in their original state. So I haven't even cleaned them. And I'm really anxious to get that done and get them photographed. I'm pretty excited about getting these out on Instagram and getting them into my shop. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you these things, and then I'll bring out all the blankets. Okay, so I've seen recently that a lot of people are selling vintage cross-stitch and embroidery sets. I normally don't pick these up, but because they were half off, which means I paid $1.50 for each one of these, I went ahead and picked these up. I thought these were some very nice patterns, and I think they should sell. I don't know. I'll put them on eBay, and I'm not sure if I'll put them in a lot or if I'll part them out, but I'll probably try to sell them for about $10 a piece, or maybe $12 and include shipping, something like that. But yeah, they're nice, and they had quite a few, but these I thought were the best ones that they had. All right, this guy. I've been really attracted to needlework that I find in stores lately. And I thought this was really cute. If you can see it, there we go, get a little bit better light on it. And it's a Christmas scene, and I don't know if you can tell on the camera or not, but it's quilted, so it's kind of puffy. I'm not entirely sure about this quilted part. I am going to try to take this out of this frame and do something with the frame. I don't really like this frame with this, so I'm not 100% sure how this is going to end up, but I thought it was a cute piece. And this was $2.98, which means I paid $1.50 for it. And I've still got time. It's not even close to Christmas yet, so I've got time to get this in shape for Christmas. Okay. This guy. All right. You know, I was doing really, really well at the thrift store. I had a huge cart full of stuff. I stopped at the back. I went through everything, decided what I just had to have, what I could leave behind. I put back about 4 or 5 items. I had it pared down to a really good amount. And then I made another pass through the store to see if there was anything that I missed, and there were some things that I missed. And I just started throwing things in the cart. Well, I'm kind of glad I did, because this guy is pretty interesting. I spent some time looking at him, and he baffled me because he looks like he's handmade. If you can see from the camera how this looks like a rolled edge, both at the top and the bottom. And then this backside is what really got me. Look how that seam has been hammered together. Really interesting. So it looks like it's handmade, but then you see it's kind of got this very cheap looking brass handle that's not even put on straight. So in that way, it kind of looks like it's cheap. So I couldn't find anything. When I got home, I did some research. I couldn't find anything quite like it. What I think this I believe it was handmade, but I believe it was handmade, but with a very quick process, pretty low quality, and then maybe sold to tourist market or import or something like that. I believe it's probably from India, just based on the brass handles. But either way, I paid $5 for it, or really I paid $2.50 for it, and it's really fantastic. It's got a great patina to the copper. It's not so dark that it just looks brown. It's still got some of the shiny copper, but yet it's got that patina to it. And it's going to look great in someone's home as a display piece. It's very heavy. So this is probably going to cost a little bit to ship, but I'm going to put it in my Etsy store for probably around $50 to $60 shipped, because it's just a really, really cool item. Okay, now on to linens, and this is something I haven't bought a lot of recently because I already have quite a few. I was buying vintage linens because I sew with them, but I'm not doing a lot of sewing right now, so I'll probably start selling some of these to kind of pare down my stash a little bit. There's just way too much of it, and trying to get my vintage business going and furniture business going, I am not going to have time to do a lot of sewing. So let me start with, here we go. Let's get this all on the table so you can see it. Okay, so this, I am particularly fond of real 100% cotton linens from, as far back as the 40s to probably mid 70s is when you really see all cotton. In the later 70s, I started doing a lot of cotton poly blends, and of course the patterns are really nice, but you don't get that wonderful cotton feel that you do. So anything that's 100% cotton, even solids, I have a hard time passing up. They're just beautiful. They just have a different feel to them. So this is just it's just a stripe, with that wonderful avocado green that was popular in the 70s. It is, I believe this is Wamsuta. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not sure. But they were a very popular manufacturer of linens for quite a while. And I paid a little bit more for this. Because it was a set, they priced it a little higher. So I think it was $7. So I paid $3.50 for this set. And it's a twin set, but it's got great color. And I haven't completely opened it up yet. If it's in really good shape and there's no holes or stains or anything like that, I will probably just sell it as a set. If there are some holes, then I will probably sell it as fabric and explain that there's some issues with it. But it would be a wonderful fabric to sew with because it's just that terrific, terrific cotton. Okay, now we're getting into, this is going to be really difficult to show you this full pattern. on camera, because what they've done here is they've made the pattern large so that it takes up the whole sheet, or at least a large portion of it. This is something that was popular in the 70s. So, but I couldn't find this sheet or really anything about it online because the tag is missing on it. But if you can see, it's got this sailboat on it. And then, let's see, elsewhere, yeah, we've got water and cattails and... Hi, I'm still back here. Hopefully you can kind of see, but I just thought it was really cool. It's not something that you find in any modern sheets, and I thought that someone might like that, either to, use as a sheet or make a quilt out of or something like that, just because it's just so different. So this one I paid, it was $2.98, so I paid $1.50 for that. And I'm not sure, again, with the sheets, I've got to look at this to see I didn't really have time in the store. It was so, I've never in my life seen a thrift store so crowded, ever. And honestly, it was fun because the prices were really good, but oh my gosh, trying to get through that store was ridiculous. So trying to open up a big old sheet in the store and look at it and make sure, I just decided, since I do sew with the fabrics, I just decided to bring it home. So depending on the quality of it, I'll make a decision on, what the price is going to be. Okay, and then next, I am also buying these beautiful Afghans, crocheted and knitted Afghans, when I find them, when they're in good condition, and when the yarn is a really soft, beautiful, wonderful, cozy yarn. And this is just a beautiful piece. Whoever made this spent a lot of time on it and used a high quality yarn because it's very soft and wonderful. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to start putting these in my Etsy shop, or I am also still planning on getting a booth locally, but probably not until fall, and I may save something like this for the booth. But I paid $1.50 for it, so you really can't go wrong with that. Who knows, maybe I'll keep it because it's wonderful. Just love it. Same thing with this one. Now this one's a little smaller. This is more baby blanket size, but it's got this wonderful scalloped edge to it. It's got a real kind of vintage look to it. And again, it's this nice soft yarn in a beautiful color. This one was also $1.50. Well, it was $2.98. I paid $1.50 for it. Okay. And this one is a little bit more nylon yarn. It's a little bit scratchier, but I went ahead and got it because 4th of July is right around the corner, and this is fun. Now I realize you probably won't be cuddling under a blanket on the 4th of July. Usually it's midsummer, but it would still look great in the decor, thrown over a chair or just folded up somewhere as part of your 4th of July decor. So this will definitely go in my Etsy shop just because it's probably more of a decor piece. And I think because of I can probably be pretty confident that it's a vintage item just based on the quality of the yarn. Again, it was something I paid $1.50 for. I'll probably sell it in my Etsy shop with shipping for about $25. Okay, and we are down to the very, very end, and it's just one other little quilt. This is, again, something that I bought. It's a baby blanket size, and again, we're just getting ready for the 4th. This one's kind of nice because with it being a thinner quilted, this could actually be laid out as maybe for a tablecloth or something, or a centerpiece on a table. It has a little bit more uses, I guess, because it's not knitted, but it's got great color. It's in good shape, and it's just a great little quilt. Would work wonderful on the 4th for display. So anyway, that's it for my haul, and I am so excited to be able to share this with you. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more hauls, please consider subscribing to my channel. Ring the bell so it'll let you know when new videos are added, and like this so that I can start bringing you more videos. And I'm also doing a series of DIY videos. I'm working on getting a little bit more of a schedule of doing thrift hauls on one day and DIYs on another, but getting started, I just want to start adding something to the channel so that it would be available. But if you are interested in DIY, tune into those as well. Hope you enjoyed it, and again, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.